How's it going, bro chachos? So we have the newest episode of the MRL Fastlane. I am your host, Private Patton, looking at the Xfinity series here for the Sunday and Monday one specifically. This is race number 5. This is the beginning of the halfway point to the season. After this, we are officially in the second half and on the home stretch to complete season 0. And where to start, but we had Daytona. Daytona was on docket for the Xfinity guys, as well as the Cup guys. Now, if you are watching the Cup Fastlane here, and then watching this, you may know my opinion on how the Saturday race went, which was, yikes. The Sunday and Monday races were so good. Strategy was abound. We actually had people, try to make the top side work. We did not have a single caution in either race. Either race? Oh, wow. Either race. Apologies for my stuttering and my slur there. So, so we had the Sunday guys. To kind of start with that, we have D's was actually on pole. Now, you may notice that there's only 2 times on here. I think people forgot that qualifying was a thing. So D's was the only one that put in a time, but that just shows that by doing that, you got pole. BS did put in a time, but he literally did it backwards, so props to him. But, a time is a time, and since no one else wanted to put in the time in order to, qualify better, BS was able to start up alongside, and as you can see right here, D decided to take the outside, BS down low, which is an interesting choice if you ask me. Very interesting. So, to kind of move on from that, I want to talk about D's for a hot second. It has just come to my attention that unfortunately D's has fallen on hard times and will have to step away from racing. So, thoughts and prayers are with D's. Hopefully everything gets better. I don't know the full situation that he is in, but everyone, let's show some support for D's. He has made a lot of friends here in this league as well as in other leagues that he's been a part of. Fantastic driver, fantastic guy, and I hope that he finds himself in a better position with some time off, and I hopefully want that to be sooner rather than later, but just keep him in your prayers. But yes, just as a reminder for everyone. So, moving forward, you can see that, actually, let me swap on back over here. You may not notice a certain 11 car in the field. The 11, unfortunately, did not join us tonight. So you can see that Xander unfortunately had a headache and was not able to join the race, so that puts UK up into P3. Justin Shackett, P4. He also did race, but he is right here. Trump Train, P16, is going to be all the way in the back, so he's going to be dropping here. As we kind of see that right now, you're going to be seeing that Liam also did join. Casey did join. Trump Train is going to be towards the back. You also have the 9 of Nukabob, as well as the newcomer Paul Rank. He was supposed to be racing last week, but he honestly forgot. So, the 19 of Paul is going to be the newest racer here. So, to kind of skip ahead a little bit, you actually have the guys kind of lining on up. And much like with the regular Cup guys, you can see that the top side did get going initially. The 78 unfortunately is lacking. He will start going to the rear, but that puts the 19 on the only one apart from the 78 right there, and he is going to be looking to get to that inside here as possible. So we have actually joining us in the booth, we have actually 2 people. We have Cade as well as Brandon B. Right Racing. So they're all also in the chat, and they're also commentating with me here. So if you want to hear what they had to say about this race, that's different. Then they will. Then you can watch out this race right here on the Millennium Racing League channel. So because of that, you can see that the the race himself. Everyone's kind of racing to the bottom. This is a 50 lapper today, so the entire race is going to be essentially getting a little bit a single file. The 10 of Justin Shack wants to start moving, but that top side's not going to get moving as much with only 2 people. There is only 9 guys in the field, so it's going to take a lot of people to get there. We're going to kind of skip ahead a little bit. The pack has started breaking up here. There have been a little bit of changes, but there also have been 2 people, as Piper literally just pointed out, that just literally lost the pack. That is the 9 of Nukabob and the 19 that unfortunately did, not 19, the 19's back here, and the 98 of BS, I do believe. Let me kind of move on forward a little bit here. Yes, the 98. No, the 98's right there. Oh my God, I apologize so much about that. But the 2 guys back there, not to hang up on that, that is, they have left the this main pack because they did get wrecked. So my bad. I apologize about that. Of not knowing where everyone is at a certain time. You can see the change for the lead though. The 18 went high and that allowed the 54 to go on low. So now everyone here is starting to go into fuel save mode because you know that it's going to come down to strategy. You have people that are going to be looking at 4 tires the first stop, and then you're going to have potentially 2. Or if you can make it, no tires on the second stop. So that's what people are looking for right now. They're kind of just saving, kind of getting in line. And we're going to be skipping ahead a little bit because it's going to be a mixture of that. Now everyone... Oh, it was the 10 of Justin Shackett. My bad. I apologize about that. So you have people that are now starting to make their way onto pit road. Now I'm going to show you something here. The 98 decided to stay on out, and that's for the lap lead. You can see how everyone is kind of coming in at different points. Yes, they're being super conservative on getting to pit road. You can see that with the people coming on out, how much people can spread on out. That 16 is going to lose the draft. The 1's barely going to hang on, and that 19 decided to take 2 tires. I don't think that is going to work on out. The 9 and the 10 both run out of fuel because they try to push it forward a little bit too much there, but they are now on pit road. Same thing with the 98 is already on pit road right now. So because of that, you have the 98 on pits. He's currently the leader, but you're going to have the 19 swinging on around the trial here soon. Coming out of turn 3 and 4 right now. He did take 2, and that is going to come back to bite him here because he will have to take 4 on the second stop. Now, that's why I always say whenever you have to take 4 tires, take 4 tires the first stop, and then because you want to look for a caution. You don't want to set yourself up to waste more time when you're going to be by yourself. And I also really like props to these guys for staying on the apron. They could have easily went actually up onto the racing surface right there as these guys are coming up, but no, they didn't. So golf clap for them. Anywho, so gonna kind of skip ahead here. The 19 is going to be caught, right here, and passed by the front 4. So that is a big concern. Now you can also see the 10 car up there already coming close to being lapped. The 9, unfortunately, at this point, has left for the night because he was just out of the draft. He ran out of fuel coming to the pit, so he is just kind of by himself. We're going to kind of skip ahead a little bit. That the front 4 have been by themselves. Unfortunately, you can see right now that as soon as the window has opened, the 19 has pit, and they have already lapped the 10. The 10 is now the one that is behind everyone here. The 54 has really been the class of the field. Same thing with the 18 here, and that's why I'm saying the 18 is going to be missed because he was really started getting his season started with this. He was actually coming out of this race in a really good position, so we're going to get to that here in a second. But yeah, it's all about consistency here. And you can see that as the pit stops happen, these 2 were so aggressive here. But I'm going to let this kind of play on out as we go on. The 54 hits pit road. Same thing with all these guys. The 10 also is a lap down. Keep that in mind. But he did find these guys to pit with. The 54 just takes a splash and no tires. The 10 does the same. The 18 and the 1 take 2. Now, this normally is the strat that I would take. But you have to be with a pack. Now, the 54 is going to purposely lag on back to the 10 so he can have a drafting partner. So it's essentially 2-on-2. So why this matters is because now it's on the 18 and the 1 to go. They need to be really front and center right now with each other in order to get up to the front. So you can see right now that they are not quite doing that. And because of that, well, they're not gaining time. You're going to see it here into turn 3 and 4 that it's actually crazy because you cannot hit the apron right there. You cannot hit that apron. You waste so much time, and you may not even think, oh, the 9's still on track. He's going to be DNFing by the end of this race. So you can see that he needs to be on perfect edge this entire race because you can see that gap. This is the front pack. The 10 is a lap down, but those two back here are not gaining any ground. That's just because either the 18, the 1's not right behind the 18. You see what the 10's doing right now? He is right behind pushing this 54. The 54 is doing everything he can by having the one guy just push him constantly, but that's not what the 18 and 1 are doing. And because of that, as we end this race, hang on. The 54 is going to win. The 18 will be P2. Casey will be P3. And then you can see that Justin Shackett, despite having that initial getting into the involved in an early race incident, no caution though, still was actually able to get a good finish out of it. Paul right here, this is battle for P4 and 5, and you can see that Paul decided to get P4 there, and BS got P5. Good points from all of these guys. Let's go over to the race results right now. Mo Power Cat P1, D's P2, Casey P3, Paul P4 in his first race. Good point state from him. BS P5, Justin Shackett P6, Trump Train P7, Liam P8, and then Nuka P9. You can see Nuka, unfortunately, he just, ever since he got into that incident, he just was not anywhere near the front, and with only 9 guys at this track, the draft was everything. You could not make a mistake. So because of that, you have a major implication here with the points. For the day standings, you have Xander not showing up, that is now giving UK the point lead. And with D's going to be unfortunately leaving us here, that is going to be P2 now up for grabs. Now, should UK somehow miss a race, this title is now blown wide open. Who can get it here towards the end of this run? BS now in P3, Justin Shackett P4, Liam now in P5, and then Xander unfortunately lost 5 spots right there. These were definitely big implications, and Daytona, despite being a caution-free race, it was a matter of time before something like this would happen. Casey moved up to P7, Trump Train P8, and then Paul, with his first race start, moves into P11. Good job all around. So, that was the Sunday race. That was a lot of implications for the future of the series, as well as how the standings are moving on out. So, let's move on to the Monday race, though. Monday, you have a bigger field. It's a field of 11 now, and you can see that the 89 is actually going to be on pole. Good job from Brandon now. Brandon was actually able to get his first ever pole, and then now that invites him to the Season 1 Busch Clash. So, excellent job from him. Cade wanted a little bit of redemption from Saturday. Finishing P9 in that race, looking to have a good race in this. It comes out of Xfinity Series retirement in order to come up and race with these guys. So Cade is now moving into the Monday race at Daytona. Nathan P3, Piper P4, Worst Cod P5, Kalen P6, Baseball Kid P7. So the inverse of what Sunday with 2 drivers qualifying, you have 7 drivers qualifying here. Packers is going to be starting. Basically, the entire top 9 are going to be starting with 2 new people joining us for their first Xfinity Series race, period. And that is going to be Rockstar and Chicken Eater. So as we look at this pack right now, everyone's kind of getting into positions, and we're going to be looking at Rockstar and Chicken. Chicken's going to be in the 92, Rockstar in the number 9. So because of that, that is going to be interesting to see, because they are so good at super speedways. It is insane. If you have raced with those two are nigh unstoppable. So we're gonna kind of fast forward here. So the 89 decides to take the bottom, and he is. Special thanks to Cade, by the way. Cade, Big Hub for the in-race reporting right now. We're going to be talking to him periodically throughout the race. So again, if you want to watch this race, it's right here on the official YouTube here. It was a ton of fun asking what he thought about the race. So coming to the green here, the 89 leads the field to green, and you can see that bottom lane is going to be forming immediately. Now, unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of bobbing here, but everyone really gets it settled on out. The top side is going to get going a little bit here because that bottom is swerving a little too much, but the 89 decides to cover his tracks there and get the high side moving. And we're going to kind of see that going around in turn 3. The 51 is now going to be the one on leading the bottom side, and he's going to be side by side with the 89, trying to get his lap led right there. The 7 gets in a little bit of issues, and that is going to be him on a round. So that is unfortunately Worst Cod's race done right there. But the 51 actually leads lap 1 right there, so I thought that was good. But yeah, you can see right now the 9 and the 92 are making their way forward. So now this 11 car pack is turning into 10. And right now, everyone, you can see the level of aggression. Everyone's just kind of fighting to get into position in order to go for the strat here. Because with the strat yesterday for the Sunday race with taking no tires at the end, people saw that. Everyone was watching that. If while this is going on, I'm going to show... Baseball Kid was watching, Piper was watching, Nathan was watching, Brandon was literally in race reporting, so was Cade. And then I myself was looking at, okay, what kind of strategies can these guys do? And it all depends on a caution. I'm going to kind of give you a spoiler alert, guys. There is no caution in this race. So the Sunday and Monday races literally made up for the entire Saturday of nothing but caution. So props to these guys racing side by side like this. 10 cars like this in a pack. No cautions will come out. So we're going to kind of skip ahead a little bit here. So everyone, they're still side by side. That was a solid 4-minute change right there. And these guys are still side by side, still trying to get places. The 61's leading the top side. Cade is leading the bottom here. Everyone's just going full throttle. They're trying to move. They're trying to groove. They're trying to move left. They're trying to move right. The 68 and the 51 have unfortunately lost a little bit of time here, but you can see that now the top side is going to lose momentum because everyone's going to shift towards the bottom. Interesting to see the 9 pick the same scheme as the previous day. I thought that was funny. So, kind of skipping on ahead. Everyone just kind of goes into single file line right now. No one's really trying to make a move because right now they're thinking towards pit stops right now, and pit stops are going to be very important. So we're talking with Cade right now at this point, and looking at Packers. Despite he's saying that he's surprised that Packers is actually in P2 right now. So I thought that was funny. Because Packers self said that he is not the best at super speedways, and yet here he is in P2. So it all comes down to that. So now you're going to see pit stops coming up here very, very soon. Worst Cod's about to get lapped right now. Should be coming up here. Oh, yep, right here. So The 8 decides to come on down. However, you can see the universal signal for pitting is put all 4 below the yellow line, that he is showing that he is pitting. Everyone behind him has to respect that. And with Daytona, there's really no good way to just go on the pit road other than just turn left. So essentially, yep, you just pull out a line right there and you're good to go. But unfortunately, you can see that Cade is pitting by himself, and you always want a friend, someone to pit with you, and that is going to be huge, because now that 10-car pack is going to turn to 9 here, as now everyone's going to be coming down pit road. This time, everyone coming on down. Yep. You can see it right now. All but the 61. The 61 of Blakey T is going to decide, hey, you know what, I don't need it. You can see the 68 absolutely flying on into the pits. And the 68 will speed. The 8 leaving his stall right now, getting back on track. The 61 is now getting his lap led right there. Good job from him. Everyone hitting their stalls nice and clean, but the 68 and the 18 of Kalen both have sped there. And now this 9-car pack is going to turn into 6 right now. 6 right now. Because you can see that Cade has almost caught that pack, but he'll be with the pack of the 18 and the 68. They'll just need to catch him a little bit. So that is unfortunate. So now that initial pack is now shrunk can majorly. So now, right now, all these guys are just going into save mode. So we're going to kind of skip ahead towards the next cycle of stops, because this pack does not change a little bit, like at all. So you can see, though, that as we are getting into the later stage of this run, though, the top is starting to come on in. Nathan's pushing Brandon, the 89. The 89 also wants to get a good run out of this. The 89 not racing for a title, but he is racing for wins. He is hashtag racing for wins here. And the 89 currently is in the running for that. There's 4 to the top with 2 on the bottom. Of course, the Chickstar teammates are down on the bottom right here, but you can see that top side's prevailing on the straights. We're going to kind of skip ahead yet again. Right here. So, actually, hang on. You can see that coming out of turn 2, the 11 is going to signal to go on the pit road. The 11 is signaling to go on the pit road here. Now you're going to see the 92 and the 9 come on in this time. Now, why this is important is because it was a late call. It was a late call. You can see it right there. We heard on the interview from a certain someone here that the 9 was not told that they were pitting until literally coming out of 4. So the 9 did not make pit road speed and will have to serve his penalty here, which is unfortunate to see, because Rockstar had a very good run. Now you can see the other 3 here. So it's 3 on 3. 3 people pit there, and now 3 people are pitting here. So who's going to prevail? As you can see, Chicken 92 of Chicken did what the UK did and took no tires. Now it's the 89 of Packers, 51 and the 20 of 20 of Packers and 51 of Nathan here. They're going to take 2 tires here. So now everyone's kind of on different strategies. Here comes the 92 taking no tires. He's going to fly on by these guys. It's just not even fair. So, but the 20 though decided to take. Somehow, I think he took less fuel because he was able to save more, so he saved several seconds on everyone else. So now you can see that it is time to go right now. The 89, the 11 is right behind the 20 right now. The 11 is technically a lap down. The 68, we just flashed him, is out of this race, and we're going to kind of skip ahead now a little bit. The 20 is going to really get on in, but the 89 has a huge run. He's going to go alongside. Now, you can see this little dot right here. This dot up here is the leader. Now, right there, that was a massive block from the 11. He has a lap down. He went to go to block the top side. Unfortunately, was not able to do so. So now he went down and actually collected the 20 a little bit. So thankfully, it wasn't too much damage right there. The 20 didn't break his momentum that much. But now this is a 4-car pack, and they just need to get into a line. We're going to really skip ahead now. This is coming to the white flag. This is 2 to go currently, and now coming to the white flag. I was calling as if this race was done. The 92 went up high, but then went down low, so the 89 swipes high. The 51 is now stuck in the middle a little bit. He has a choice to make. Does he pursue? No, he actually backs out to go to the top side. Now the 20 goes down low with the 92. And all this came about because the 92 lost his drafting partner here. The 92 is by himself. The 20 goes down low. But there's 3 people up high and only 1 person, now 2 people down low. Now the 51 and the 89 goes down low. Now it's all about the 51. He's leaving a gap here. He's trying to make a last-minute pass. The 92 goes high. The 20 looks high as well, but that momentum is not there. And now, because of that, coming to the line, the 89 is ecstatic because he is going to win this race. Good job all around. That is the top 3 right now. The 89, the leader, the 51 P2, and the 92 P3. Excellent job from these guys. Packers were on board with him, P4, and that is going to be funny because we're going to show you the stats of where he's finished this past few races. So, like I said, all these guys was able to get the top 4. We were on board with that. Caden rallied back to a P5. Blakey T, P6. Rockstar with his pit road speeding penalty, P7. Baseball Kid, P8. Kalen, P9. That is going to be crucial here in a second. You're going to see why. P10 of Worst Cod and Pied Piper, 11th. Unfortunately, all of these guys either... Okay, so these guys pit by themselves, and then all of these guys got hit by a pit road speeding penalty at some point. It sucks to see, especially for these guys, but you can see why. In a very small field like this, it is important to not make mistakes. If you can be mistake-free, you're going to be doing well. And that's all. That's half the battle is just be consistent. And as we look to the points now, Sunday points, we were just on board with that. Monday points right here. Nathan actually extends his gap, P2. Excellent job there. Extends his gap over Packers to 26 points. Kalen now to 53 points. Kalen, massive loss in points right there. Went from 16 points back from the championship to now 53. He's going to have a lot of work to do as we have Chicago next for the Xfinity. Xfinity crew is going to be at Chicago this week. So, Baseball Kid now 85 points back. It's actually a very, very solid gap between P2, 3, and 4. Worst Cod, P5, Blake T, P6. He did lose a little bit of time, but there's still 5 races left. He just needs to be consistent. He can still get there. Brandon, though, with his first win, not in title contention, but he is up there as well. Dakota, unfortunately, was not able to join us. Pied Piper, though, was able to gain a spot. Cade, though, excellent run and rally back from him. Chicken Eater and Rockstar. Unfortunate that this will be their first and last race for the Xfinity season, but they put on a show. Sunday and Monday, guys, put on an absolute performance. Round of applause for these guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys, after what happened Saturday. So we're going to look to the stats for Sunday now. First and foremost, you can see that very even all around. You can tell who the class of the field is, and it's mostly these two. But it's very much a dead heat for everyone else, minus out Brandon, who isn't racing anymore. But you have BS, T-Bird, Justin Shackett. All these guys have a very similar average position. T-Bird, just if he can race a little bit more, he needs to. He has 2 race starts for this season. He just needs to get up there a little bit more, and he can do that. So, if he can race next week, he has a legit shot at winning because he has been pulling some consistent numbers lately. So, because of that, though, you can see that Casey is also moving up there in terms of his average finish, 3.3. Good job all around from that. Then you also have Paul, who had a very solid showing here. What can he do at Chicagoland? I'm looking forward to see what he can do. And then if we look to the Monday stats, you have Nathan is actually technically the second best out of it, despite being the point leader. Blakey T currently has the best average finish. However, Daytona may just be that fluke there, because right now first and second, what can Chicagoland do? Will he get back to the podium? We'll see. Kalen, though, had a dip in performance. Because of that, puts his average finish to a 5.4, and then you can have a very consistent run of sixes between baseball and Dakota. Dakota, though, did miss 2 races, so that's what's setting him back, though. But if he does race, he is almost guaranteed to finish very close to the top 5. So, wish he could join us a little bit more, but of course, life gets in the way. Packers, though, it's funny, has now left the top 5, has only earned 1 podium, but he's either 4th place, second, 2 5s in a row, and then 2 4s, and then a 3rd. Is Chicagoland also going to be a 3rd? We'll see. But yeah, that is Packers in with a currently P2 in points, but has the 3rd best average finish all around. So good job from that. Of course, that is the full-time guys. The part-time guys as well. Brandon and Cyber also have a very good stop. Brandon is going to be racing 3 more times with us. Cyber currently has 4 more races that he can do, and he will probably miss all but the Roval, probably. Not must. He will probably race all but the Roval, but that's last time I heard about that. We will see. Of course, Chicken Eater and Rockstar, their first and last Xfinity Series starts. Good job from them. Excellent job from Kate as well. So thank you all so much for coming on in and watching the race, as well as participating in the race. You guys have been awesome. So let's go into the power rankings. Now, real quick, I forgot to totally do this. Combined points. D's, with him leaving, is going to be... you hate to see it, but that is the championship leader giving up the point lead. So now it's going to be essentially a tie between Kalen and BS here for the title, with Baseball Kid being only 32 points back. What can these guys do? Blakey T as well, getting up there and moving forward in points. It's going to be a dead heat, folks. And remember, top 5 advances. D's is going to be losing out on the opportunity to advance into the Cup Series next season, and that is going to move Casey into it right now. But Dakota and Trump Train are right on his heels, with Tom selling dreams right behind him. What can they do? This series is fantastic, and I am looking forward, because there's so many storylines, so many things that can happen, and because of that, you have guys that can move forward and advance and are showing what they can do down here in the Xfinity Series to move up into Cup to show what they can do next season. I'm looking forward to it. So, because of that, now let's go into the power rankings. UK, hands down, P1. Power rankings, UK is on fire so far this season. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do at Chicagoland for the Sunday crew. I think UK is going to be the one to watch in Sundays. Now, that doesn't mean if Xander can race, which I think that this week was just a one and done miss type of thing. But I think Xander as well is going to be P2. You can never count out Xander. Xander is fantastic driver, and when he puts his mind to it, I think he can do it. Now, of course, P3 then in terms of the power rankings, that will complete the power rankings for Sunday. I think it has to go to Casey. Casey has been absolutely consistent since he has been racing a little bit more. He did miss New Hampshire as well as Atlanta, but ever since then he's finished 3rd or 4th. And I think that is exactly what needs to happen in order to advance into the Cup Series. So Casey, I think, is going to be an excellent show at Chicagoland. Show what he can do. Casey is number 3 on this list. Now, in terms of the Sunday dark horse, I want to show that Chicagoland, I think, is going to fall into Liam's hands. Liam has Atlanta. I'm looking at Atlanta. He had the fastest car at Atlanta, without a doubt. But he did not have the strategy. So, if he can get the strategy for Chicagoland, I'm looking at Liam for the dark horse on Sundays. Look for Liam this coming Sunday, and he'll show you what he can do. So, In terms of Monday, I think in terms of course, the full timers are the ones I'm talking about for the power rankings. I can never incorporate the part timers into it, so I think Nathan, without a doubt, is number one. He, despite his one-off disruption here at New Hampshire, he has been a solid top 5 threat this entire series. I think Nathan is going to be number one, but Blakey T is so close behind. Blakey T, apart from Daytona, which is a super speedway, Daytona is is consistent for its inconsistency. Even the best drivers can finish last at super speedways. I think Nathan has a slight edge because Chicagoland, I've seen what he can do at Chicagoland in the Xfinity Series especially, and he is bad fast. So I'm putting Nathan as the slight edge with Blakey T P2. Now, Packers, I'm going to put into P3 here. Packers has been very consistent. He's still looking for a second step on the podium as well as a win in the Xfinity side, but that doesn't mean that he can't get it done at Chicagoland. Chicagoland is a haven for cars to show what they can do in the long runs, and that's where Packers really lies. So I'm looking at Packers here in Monday, my bad. And then, of course, I'm looking at the dark horse. I'm going to look at Baseball Kid. Baseball Kid has been steadily improving. And, of course, to look at the previous mile and a half, Baseball Kid was up there. And I think if he can have the right situation go on down, Baseball Kid can maybe snooker another podium out of Monday Chicagoland. We'll see what he can do, though. I could be totally wrong on all of these. Nathan could have the worst race. Blakey T could not show up. Anything can happen. But that's what makes the Xfinity Series great. And I'm looking so looking forward to Sunday and Monday because this week has been fantastic. And I'm looking forward to next week to double down on it. I think these guys can do that as well. So, without further ado, this has been your host, Private Patton, reporting on Sunday and Monday Xfinity Series for Millennium Racing League. Race number 5, we're now officially in the second half of the season. Let me know, comment who your pick is for the title, both for the day standings of Sunday, who's going to win the title here, Monday, who's going to win the title here, and then all around, who is going to be the total Xfinity Series champion, and who do you think is going to advance into the Cup Series next season? Let me know down below, and I will see y'all next week. And this has been your host, Private Patton, and have a good one.